It's still on private. Shalom Akim, we getting started. Just doing our dues. Esau can't stop us. We switching it up. This is going to be a various topics. Brothers got linked up through the Spirit, and we just going to go through whatever the Spirit gives us. Alright, I'm just going to title it various topics for now, and whatever the Spirit give us, we'll switch it up. Alright. Can you see it, my brother? Yup. We good. Just checking, see, make sure we're good. Alright. Okay.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, HaKadosh. The bonus to the apostles, the elders, giving us one citation, Allah, about their precious truth. And all truth is sincerity. Alright, diligently got the four corners, alright. We bless from our mouth, alongside me, after Brother Ash, alright. Like the brother said, there's various topics, whatever the Lord feed us through the Spirit, we'll go into it. Alright. So as of late, the situation going on in the news, see tension boiling. You got Mr. Orange Man going to go Chido, linking up with Rocket Man. That's supposed to be something amazing. Alright, you got Russian submarines on fire. Alright, I think I see something about a U.S. Submarine getting hit with a torpedo off of Alaska.
Oh shit.
Alright, China trying to build a big old, I forget what type of system it was to avoid going to America. And something hot as well, a lot of things hot. Iran basically saying if the U.S. intervened, Israel only has 30 minutes of survival. Alright, alluding to them wanting to eradicate Israel, man. And another thing as well was the U.S. proposing to put sanctions upon the EU, man. Alright, the UK. Which that's big in itself because what is the get the beast? Go get the beast for sure.
Everything?
Yeah.
Right? We need to start doing this stuff.
Yeah. Just get to the point.
The point with about what?
Just get to the point with the beast and
13 and 13.
get the woman right on top of the beast. Somebody, I think they just.
So you looking for it? Can I bring out something? Bumper shot? Why you find it? I bring out something. You find it. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? So the scriptures say that the times that's coming, man, Jacob's trouble, the end, all right, it's going to come like a thief in the night. It's going to come on these people unawares. So while these people saying peace and safety, that's how you know, that's when you know destruction is going to come. So you got Donald Trump meeting with Rocket Man, okay, Kim Jong-un, standing side by side, saying they're going to have peace talks. That's another sign to show you that they're really going to go to war, man. That's all fake, man. Hey, they show you Kim Jong-un and Trump standing next together. That shit probably CGI, man. Who knows? Yeah, they probably won't even fucking standing next to each other, man. That's all the show, man. Alright? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the creator of the universe, has it set that this place is going to be destroyed with nuclear missiles, man. So whenever you see peace talks, whenever you see America talking about peace with another country, that's really talking more war, man. You find it? This place is predestinated through the scriptures to be destroyed with nuclear fighting, man. And it's coming Third World War. Alright? No matter what these people got to say, you watching the news, do not be deceived, man. We're living in the time of the Lord's judgment. Alright?
Revelation 13.
Okay. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemy. Okay? Alright? So that beast with his 7 heads and 10 horns, it's talking about NATO and the EU, alright? This so-called white man, Esau Edom's power structure, right? Through his different European nations. Alright, was that all Edomites? Alright, you look up the different nations that's part of the EU and NATO. They have a stronghold on the planet Earth. This is all so-called white man territories. And America is the whore or the woman that rides the beast. She's in control. But according to prophecy, the beast is going to hit the whore. Alright? Which is going to play an intricate part in America's downfall. Everybody said that America has these different allies. They're strong because they have Great Britain or Germany. Alright, these different nations that's part of the EU and NATO. But according to prophecy, these nations are going to turn on America. Which is going to end up in America's downfall. They're going to aid Russia. Salakia, brothers. Shalom Z. Saying can't stop the show. Salakia, brothers. We're gonna try to get it set back up real quick. Alright. And that's part of the battle, man. You can always have opposition, you know? I don't know how I had this set up last time. Let me see if I could twist it to the side. Lord willing, this is better. Alright, shit, I'm gonna leave it like this. Alright, yeah. So as we were saying, man, Salaki to you brothers, man. We gonna continue on in the spirit, push on. But yeah, so according to prophecy, America's gonna be destroyed, man. Alright? And we got scriptures coming out of the Bible to back it up. Let me keep reading, brother.
Right. Well, good.
Alright. Back in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him power, and his seat, and great multitude. And great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. Alright? So that wound that was healed is talking about the ancient Roman Empire. Okay? Which went down, but it was healed. Okay? It was healed. It said it was a deadly wound, meaning the Roman Empire went down, but it came back up through the reincarnation through America. Okay? And all the world marveled after the beast. That's why you have all the nations around the world, they're marveling after America. They want to follow after America. They want to be like America. They want to dress like the so-called white man. They want to eat like the so-called white man. They want to follow after the so-called white man technology. That's why you got these so-called Chinese, these gooks, these Moabites. They wearing suits and shit. And that's why you got protests going on in China right now, man. Because these different gooks over there, they can't accept the policies that their authority is giving them. Why? Because their authority is following after the image of the beast. They're putting these different cameras set up everywhere. They're trying to chip people over there. Alright? This is all part of the image of the beast. This is all part of the cup that Babylon, or the great whore, has got all the nations of the earth drunken with. You know? Let me keep going. What you got something?
I was going to get beast hate the Lord. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 14. These shall make war. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings.
Right.
They that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Alright, and that's speaking of Yahweh Shai, right? 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Alright? So what? That structure that's over there, alright, which is NATO and the EU, they're gonna hate the whore, which is America. Which if I'm not mistaken, the 10 horns is the EU nations, right?
Which was formerly known as the ECC.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's broken down into 10 nations. Okay. Which is now known as the European Union.
Well, it's more than 10 nations, but all of them they all stem back from those original 10 nations.
Right. It was once 10, but now it's broken down. Okay. Which brothers that done countless videos on it. You go into these different nations, alright? These different European nations that make up the EU.
Right. So America over here threatening to impose sanctions on the EU. That's what it is. That's just gonna start tension, man. It's gonna raise tension. It's gonna cause strife and division. It's gonna build a gulf in between partnering allies, man.
Right.
Okay, I got a quick one. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 7, and it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. All right. So here it is. Here it is. America had a whole bunch of these nations as their allies, and things of that nature, and they just going around picking wars and picking fights with these nations, man. So eventually, the Lord is going to cause these nations to turn on America, man. All right, it's going to be the whole world against America, man. And it ain't going to be on some World War II or World War I tip. It's going to be on World War III, man. Nuclear fire, man. All right. Got some?
Yeah, I'm looking for Jeremiah 50.
I got it right here.
It said, "Thy mother shall be."
I got it right here.
Bring it up.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and I start at verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country.
Right, the Lord is going to raise up an assembly of nations, man. Not just one nation. So when you see in the news, talking about America with Russia, America with Iran, America with North Korea, that's not talking about one nation, man. That's talking about America getting a host of assembly of nations coming up against this great horde, man. All right? This horde going to get gangbanged.
And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. The arrow shall be as a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Alright, and those arrows are the nuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
Okay? They're gonna be shot off. It shall be as a mighty expert man that shot them off, because it's gonna be the Lord controlling and guiding those missiles, man. So just like you look at ancient war movies, you see an archer, you could be on the horse traveling at a high velocity of speed, and that archer just pinpoints you and just hits you in the fucking head right off that horse, man. All right, and that's what the Lord about to do with you Edomites, man. All right, he about to knock you off your high horse with nuclear missiles, man, which he used as arrows. All right. Verse 10. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded.
Right, Salaki. I just want to touch on that. It said, ye destroyers of my heritage. Who's the Lord's heritage? Who does he leave his ways, as the scriptures say, all right, and what that Psalms 147, all right, 19, we get that real quick. It said, oh, ye destroyers of my heritage. We have to understand that. We have to understand why all these things is going on. We understand what's going on, but we have to understand why it's going on. Because the scriptures say why it's going on. Why are these nations going to World War III? Why are these nations going up against America? What's the purpose? What's the purpose behind it? All right? Because the Lord don't do nothing without a reason. All right?
The book of Psalms 147, verse 19. He showeth his words unto Jacob, his statute and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any other nation, and as for his judgment, they have not known them, praising the Lord.
Right, so the Lord showed his words, meaning, and Yahweh Shai said what? The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, the creator of the universe, showed his words, all right, show his mind, his imaginations, his thoughts, okay, unto the children of Israel, a people near unto him, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, which is so-called white man, Esau, Edom, purpose in his own mind. He took, according to his own will, to destroy, rape, rob, and murder, man, put into slavery, oppressed. So the judgment for that is the Most High raising up his assembly of nations to rise up against America and destroy it with nuclear missiles. All right, you so-called white people, y'all got away. Y'all think y'all gonna ride off in the sunset after what y'all did to our people, man. The Most High got judgment coming for you, and the judgment is gonna be in the form of ICBM. All right, 200 million of them, man.
Appreciate it. This is the book of Luke, chapter 4, verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Lord, from the Most High.
That's right.
All right, from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. All right, so shortly we're going to see the destruction of our enemy, man. Why? Because they destroyed our heritage, man. All right, these people took our name from us, man. Okay, they took everything from us, man. To the point that they're putting it upon themselves, man. All right, the other day, I was at the crib. What day was it? I forget what day it was, and I decided to just click on some random YouTube video on Israel and whatnot, and here it is a whole bunch of these gutter rats, all right, claiming that they're the real Jews, all right, and it was this one Edomite interviewing them, basically trying to show them that they're not the real Jews, and they were so proud and boastful, like, yeah, we the real Jews, we even killed Jesus. They showed the Talmud how much, hey, the scriptures, hey, read this real quick, man, because you Edomites gotta pay, man, all right, you Edomites gotta pay. All right, here it is in Revelation chapter 2. Let's see. Revelation 2 and 9, it says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. And in their Talmud, them motherfuckers is actually calling the Lord and Savior, but you know, they put Jesus in it. They was calling Lord and Savior a bastard child, son of BL.
And they said his mother was a whore.
His mother was a whore, talking all type of blasphemy and slander against the Messiah, man. All right, and to even further stretch out the blasphemies. All right, you done took his people, all right, and called them different things, man. You damn near called these people monkeys, man.
And then call yourself.
Yeah, man, that's blasphemy, man. So you gotta pay for all that, man.
Right.
You know, when you use the same nations that you was in cahoots with, all right, which I'm about to bring out in Psalms 83, that you was in cahoots with to take the nation of Israel down, all right, he gonna turn all their hearts against you, man.
That's right.
And then you gonna find yourself being targeted by the whole world, man.
Mm-hmm. What's that scripture say? When thou shalt make an end of spoiling, thou shalt be
Oh,
spoiled?
yeah, I get it. You get Psalms 83.
Yeah, man, it's the Spirit God's talking about you, Amalek, because you the main culprit, man. You the devil behind all this thing that's going on right now, man. You that nigga behind the fucking behind the smoke screen. You controlling everything, man. But guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is controlling you, devil. All right, he got you set up for your ass to be put down, man. 83. All right. Got you. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, you go.
This is the book of Psalms 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lift up the head.
Right. And they that hate thee have lift up the head, man. Alright, here it is. These heathens, they hate the Most High, especially Amalek and Esau, man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hate the Most High, but here it is. Y'all putting yourself on this. Y'all having pump about yourselves, man. You know about to decrease all that in a few minutes, man. Don't worry about it.
That's right. Verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lift up their head. 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance.
And that was your whole game, man. That was your whole plot. Alright, that's what y'all chalked up on the drawing board. When y'all all sat down together, y'all put up that rolling blackboard, the fucking the head of the whole coalition, which was Amalek, the chief of the Amalekite family. I fucking jotted down on the chalkboard, erase Israel off the earth. And then underline that shit like 5 times. And then hit the board and said, this is the agenda. So that was your whole mindset, man, to eradicate us off the face of the earth. That's why y'all sit there and y'all plan on blowing up the moon. Alright, nuking the moon. Why? Because the scriptures say, as long as earth, the stars, the moon and the sun here, alright, Israel gonna be here. Alright, if anybody can count the stars in heaven, then Israel will be done away with. Count the sands and sea, then Israel will be done away with. And that's what you Edomites stay trying to do, man. You trying everything, man. You pulling out all stops to try to get rid of us, man, before Yahushua returns, man. But your time is running short. That's why you bugging out how you bugging out and just going around sending orange, man, to piss everybody off like that, man. Go ahead, baby.
Verse 4. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Right? And the name is Yasharallah. That's the Hebrew. That's the true name for Israel, Yasharallah. Which who you hear speaking about Yasharallah? Us, start with your apostles and others at Great Millstone, right? That's the name that these devils try to take off the earth, you know? They try to take the name away from the people, because you got the fake state of Israel going on right now. But the Most High got them devils set up to play a critical role in prophecy. Alright? Scripture say the least of the flock should jot them out. So the Most High got the least of the flock, which are you devils, Amalek, the bases of men. The Most High got you set up to rouse up these nations to go to World War III. Okay? They just show, they just had an article come out with Israel Times. They said is the war of Gog and Magog heating up. You know, they said that Russia had a hand in messing with Israel airport. GPS. The GPS for their planes, man. This is all according to prophecy, but the Most High got the fake state of Israel set up to play out this movie, man. Meanwhile, you got the true Israelites, the real people of the Lord, scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth, but mainly here in America. Babylon the Great, man. Right? Which you devils tried to hide that. You tried to take away our heritage, tell us we was black, tell us we was Haitians, alright, tell us we was Jamaicans, and Dominicans, and Mexicans. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua revealed the truth unto us, man. And that coincides with your downfall. Damn devil. We're going to keep calling you out. Alright? Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Yeah, they confederate against us, man. And then we're not just reading, it's funny, because then we just reading Obadiah, how the Lord said what? All they that were confederate with thee.
So the people that goes into the beast hating the whore. It's beautiful, because all the nations that America coincided with to help conceal our heritage, to put us in captivity, to try to lie to us, those same nations, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is rising those same nations to come up against America. How about that? Hey, that's a beautiful thing, man. Little us. Little niggas and spits. Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes.
Do me a favor, if you can, if you know where it's at, real quick, get a house divided amongst itself, shall not stand. Sure, and hold that because the first nation you see that was mentioned to come up against us is Edom, man. Okay, Edom, which is what red. All right, Adon, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, the Edomites. All right, Esau, Edom, however you want to call it, and it's beautiful that it says they the first nation and they were all in cahoots. And the Lord tell you that all they that were confederate would be shall turn against us.
That's right.
And guess what, man? Read it if you find it, brother. Nah, I look at
Nation divided.
it.
Yeah, I know it's Luke. Luke 10, maybe.
Matthew 12:22.
Matthew 12. Matthew 12 and 22. The book of Matthew chapter 12 verse 22. There was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he was healed, and he healed him. Insomuch that the blind and dumb both spake and saw. And all the people were amazed and said, is this the son of David? But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow doth cast out devils, doth not cast out devils, but by the Beelzebub, the prince of devils. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
Right. Every city and house that's divided against itself shall not stand, man. And here it is. That house of Edom is divided right now, man. Alright. You got Edomites over there. The German Edomites don't fuck with the European Edomites. Because the European Edomites fuck with Asia. You got the Russian Edomites wanting to take over the whole world and tired of the Western world Edomites, man. You got the Western world Edomites going against the whole other realm of Edomites, man.
Even here in America, you got the left versus the right.
Right. You got the freaking South versus the North, man. And these were all in cahoots to keep us away from our power, man. They all sat at that same round table to try to shut the nation of Israel out of the earth, man. And look at them now, man. Divided amongst themselves. Why? Because the Lord prophesied, man. The Lord told you all of them that were confederate with you is going to turn. So you even have it within the house of the Edomites, man. They was all in one cahoots, and now they turning against each other, man.
I got something real quick. Go back. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come unto Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and the modern day Egyptian are these so-called Americans, man, Babylonians. The scriptures tell you that America is likened, it is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Say that in Revelation 11 chapter, all right? You modern day Egyptians is talking about you Americans, man. And the Most High is setting you up against each other. All right, he has mingled a spirit of division within America. All right, we're going to go back to Luke and finish off, Matthew chapter 12 and verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself. All right, it says in Isaiah 19, it says kingdom against kingdom. All right, it is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. how shall then his kingdom stand?
Right. And that shows you that your Edomite system is already out the door, man. And it's beautiful too, because it shows you how, Lord's will be part of the elect, how the nation of the kingdom, how the kingdom is going to be, man. Okay? Because here it is. Okay, starting with the apostles on down, we are in one accordance, man. Okay, we move in one like mind, which is these scriptures, man. All right, trying to please Yahweh Shema Shai as much as possible to our best of our ability, man. Okay, so when we get the kingdom will be standing forever, man. Can't go be nobody going against the Lord, man. But here it is. Look at America. Here it is now. Y'all trying to be the top dogs, trying to get rid of us, but y'all can't even agree on anything, man. Now the Lord got it out that y'all fighting against each other, man. Okay? And it's not just within the house of Edom, man. You got the Ishmaelites fighting against Edom, man. And when you go to Psalms 83, they was in the same roundhouse table, man.
Right. Slot, because it said confederate.
Yeah.
So basically, they was all one.
Yep.
They was all united.
Yep.
As one kingdom. So it don't even stop at Esau against Esau. All these nations rise up against Esau. That's the kingdom divided. Because they was all confederate against who? Us.
And on top of that, the horde that went around the whole world, they got all of them together, bounded up, man. Fucked up on that, on democracy, man. Democracy is all over the world, man. So that shows you what, that all of them are in the same mindset. Alright, but here it is, the Lord dividing all that, man. All that's getting split up, man. And it show you, because the scripture tell you, the Lord is not come to, he come to cause division, man.
That's right.
Alright? Alright. Let me fit you, what you,
I want to go back to Psalms.
yeah, finish that.
And back in Psalms, alright, chapter 83. Back to Psalms 83 and verse 6. I read it again. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes.
One more time, read that one more time.
The tabernacles of Edom. Psalms 83 and 6. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes.
Of Moab, Hagarenes, Ishmaelites. Alright? Them tower heads fucking hate you Edomites.
Yep.
Moab, hey, which is the Chinese, you constantly going at wars with them, man. Going to terror wars with them, man. Fucking up the economy to the point that they just trying to separate themselves from you, man. And what that's going to cause, it's going to cause you, you Edomites, you Americans, to continue getting our feelings, and that's going to push y'all to want to go to war with China, man.
Right. They already had a trade war.
Yeah, once you start a trade war, you technically at war, man. Alright?
Yeah. Alright. Psalms 83 and verse 7. Gabal and Ammon and Amalek. The Philistines were the inhabitants of Tyre. So that's it.
Yeah.
Gone. So all these nations that the so-called white man Esau, Edom helped because the scripture say, I believe that's Maccabees. If Z know that scripture, if Z on the common board, he'll know. The scripture say, what nation have not had part in her spoils? So all the nations on earth had part in the nation of Israel going down, man. These so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which was all funded by the so-called Jew. And we calling you out, Amalek. We don't care if you cut off our pages, cut off YouTube. We want you to do that. Alright? We're going to call it out. Yeah, you funded the slave trade. Alright, we could go back to even with Christopher Columbus. Alright, when he went to Queen Ferdinand. Alright? And the king, they gave him money to go on his conquest. The so-called Christopher Columbus was a so-called Jew. Alright? It all goes back to you. The East Indians, they built the ships. So-called Africans, the Hamites, they joined in with the Ishmaelites, which are you so-called Arabs. Y'all came together and rounded us up. As the scriptures say,
Sub-Saharan, Trans-Saharan, or Sub-Saharan slave trade. Look that up.
right. So all you nations had part in us going down. And you, the elites of your nation know who we are, but are they going to tell our people no? So you all going down. That's why the Most High putting a rift in between you. So that you can go against each other and destroy each other, man. And Israel is going to slide into power. After you nations destroy yourself, man.
Let me finish Jeremiah, like in Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. And that's America, man. Okay, that's America. And America's mother is Britain, man. All right, because that's where America came out of. All right, you go back. It was taught in school. All right, a few Englishmen left Britain, Great Britain, to seek their own freedom or whatnot, to separate from the taxes or whatnot. And from there, the quote unquote Boston Tea Party and shit happened, man. All right. So America's mother is Britain, man. And guess what? Hey, Great Britain gonna be sore ashamed and confounded, man, when they see America get blown to smithereens, man.
Mm-hmm. What you think Brexit is all about?
Right. Z put the comment on the comment board. It says, First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 10. What nation hath not has had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils, right? Which all hands was on deck at coming against the nation of Israel, man. Every hand was on deck, man. Okay? Mm-hmm. Whether you believe it or not, who gives a fuck if you don't either, man? Alright? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled. And dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end of to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Alright? And that's you Edomites, man. Alright? You came, you spoiled, you saw, you destroyed, you made a whole bunch of peace treaties, dealt treacherously with us, and the whole world, man. So guess what, man? It's all gonna come upon you. The scriptures tell you what the Lord told these nations to reward her as she had done unto thee, man. Reward her double, man. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna get America's gonna get blown to smithereens, man, obliterated, disintegrated, annihilated. Alright? Melted, pulverized, stone cold stuttered in nuclear fire, man. However you want to put it, man. Okay? That's all I have, bro.
We got something to back up. The scripture that Brother Zakari put on the group on the chat. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 12. And he had confirmed his words which he spake unto us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. Alright? So our people, which is Jerusalem, is the people before it's a place, the city of peace, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the things that we went through, ain't no other nation went through. These other nations dwelt in luxury and comfort. Alright? But our people have gotten the short end of the stick, man. We are the most oppressed people in the world, man. That's what the scriptures say, what? The meek shall inherit the earth. Alright? The first shall be last, the last shall be first. So all the nations have part in our destruction, man. That's why when Yahushua, the Son of the Heavenly Father, comes to set up his kingdom, who he's going to give it to? To the Israelites. Right? Because we suffered the most. All the nations put hell on us. So the Most High is going to give us the power to put hell on these nations. This is all according to his will. Right? Which is all going to go down. It's going to start with World War III, man. That's what we prophesying, World War III. The Most High is going to muster the battle. He's going to muster the host. All right? He's going to muster these nations and force these nations to go to war against one another, man. All right? Because there's a transition of power going on. I got some, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And how did America, which is supposed to be the greatest nation, the greatest civilization, how did it came into power, man? First and foremost, by the destruction and oppression, rape, rob, and murder of the Israelites. Start with Gad, Reuben, and the northern kingdom. Okay? The lost 10 tribes. That's how they got into power, by putting hell on the Israelites. By putting them into slavery, taking their land. Some randoms, bro. They're gonna stay out here. So I think I'm gonna close. I'm gonna close out.
Yeah, I know. You want to say that?
Yeah. I just want to go into Joel. Got some demons at the door. Who knows where they are? Whatever. We're gonna keep on knocking. We're gonna keep doing this work. We're going to the book of Joel. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah, and when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. In the Hebrew is Yehoshaphat.
Yeah, with us, brother.
I'll try to help while talking like that. You have a big stick in your car, try to help you, and you're talking like that, right? That is not your fault.
A snake on my car? I don't give a fuck. A snake. I'm not in the car.
I guess that was so important. I know somebody has some.
What the fuck are you doing?
Salaki out here for the disturbance.
Fucking demons, man.
Hey, they said a snake, right? The snake about to get put out of power, man.
Right.
Freaking demons, man.
It's a lot, man. We're gonna close down with this. Let me go back to where I was. The fuck? A snake on my car? I'm in the house. The fuck? By the morning time, people still gonna meet up. going back to the book of Joel, I'll start again. Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Alright? So the Lord is going, at the same time when the Lord is going to wake up his people, at the same time when the Lord is going to bring his people back into remembrance of themselves, which is going to lead to the Lord bringing back the captivity of his people, releasing them from slavery. At that same time, he's going to gather all the nations to go to World War III, to gather them in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which in the Hebrew is Yehoshaphat. Okay? And that's the times that we live in. That's why you see on the news Russia with Iran and North Korea coming up against America. America claiming, proposing terrorists against the EU, which goes into what we were speaking on earlier, or the beast hating the whore. All these nations are getting ready to point their nuclear arsenal against America, man. Which is all according to prophecy. It's all because of what America did to the Israelites. To the real Hebrew Israelites. Alright? So, that's pretty much it, man.
Hey, Shalom, Lloyd Bond. Yabashina Shabashima Shalom. That's it.
Yeah.
Tell them, man, hey, Lord's what this lesson is edifying, so lock in for the, the situations that happen, the door, the throne, and whatnot. I pray you brothers have mercy upon us, man. Alright, so with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, HaKadosh. Give honor to the apostles and others, great millstone. Salutations to all locking out there, pushing the truth and all truth and sincerity. Keep fighting, we almost out of here. Shalom.